Shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Bahashem El Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Bahashem El Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. Hey man, so I was just sitting here, meditating a little bit, didn't necessarily have a lesson to go into. Hey, but the Lord put, a lesson on my spirit, man. And that lesson is to go into basically staying in the spirit, right? Walking in the spirit, right? In this Galatians 5:16, it says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of your flesh," right, man? And we understand, sometimes it is a little hard, to stay in the spirit, man. Because again, we're still in these chains of darkness, man, right? On top of that, we're still in captivity, right? So we're like in a double captivity, right? We're in a captivity in this flesh, and we're in the captivity under Esau, right? And we understand that we do deal with demons, especially this being the year, of the turn up, right? Everything's turning up. Demons are turning up, right? Which means that we have to turn up in the spirit, man. Which you do that by praying to Yahweh Bahashem El Shai to bestow the spirit upon you more, to give you more faith, right? To give you that more diligence, right? So on and so forth, man. Because again, it's only going to get harder from here, right? Because as this next verse says, the spirit and the flesh, they warth against each other, man. Verse 17, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would," right, man? And we understand, that this flesh wants to do evil, right? But you should want to stay in the spirit as much as possible, so that way you don't give into those fleshly pleasures, man. Let me grab this. I think it's in Sirach. Might be Sirach, the 18th chapter. I think it's in Sirach, the 18th chapter. Let's go there real quick. It's verse 30, right? Sirach 18, verse 30. It says, "Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites." That's right, man. There's another precept that also says, "Abstain from thy fleshly lusts," man. Right? So, hey, we can't give in to these desires in which our flesh, wants to commit, man. Because those things will lead us into death, man. All the things that are of the flesh will lead you to death, man, because your flesh wants to commit adultery, right? Your flesh wants to sin. Your flesh wants to, do everything contrary to Yahweh Bahashem El Shai, which goes right into, Romans, the 7th chapter. Apostle Paul even said that, man, right? Matter of fact, let's just go to that real quick. And we're ultimately just building in the spirit, man. Like I said, I didn't necessarily have, a lesson to go into, but the spirit just hit, right? This is Romans, the 7th chapter. I think it's the 18th verse, right? The 18th verse, right? I'll start at verse 14. It says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold unto sin. For that which I do, I allow not." Right? I mean, to say, hey, sometimes I fuck up, man. Sometimes I do sin. You don't want to, but sometimes it happens, right? It says, "For what I would, that I do not." So he's trying to do good. He's trying to stay in the spirit at all times and stay, doing the will of Yahweh Bahashem El Shai. But again, we're in this sinful flesh, man, right? We're in flesh subject to vanity, man, right? So yeah, we are gonna fall, man. But scriptures say a righteous man falls 7 times, which is number 7 is a number of completion, man, right? A number of completion means you could be 1,000 times, 1,000,000,000,000 times. What does it say? But he get back up, man. Right? I mean, he realized, fuck, man. I fucked up. You pray to Yahweh Bahashem El Shai to forgive you, to bestow that mercy upon you, and you get up and you move on, man. It says, But that what I hate, that I do. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me, right, man, in our flesh. It says, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing, for to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. That's right, man. And again, we have many different, instances, right, even within ourselves, right, that of us wanting to do something, but constantly going off, constantly, doing this, that, and the third, and that's something that you have to fight, man. You have to constantly fight this. What does it say, man? In Second Esdras, the 7th chapter, I think it's the 57th verse, right? It says what? Then answered he me and said, "This is the condition of the battle." So it's a battle, man, right? It's a constant battle, man, right? It says, "Which man is that is born upon the earth shall fight." Right? That's right, man. Hey, so we're gonna have to constantly fight. It's something that we're having to do. And yes, we do these lessons, constantly, man. And yes, we do repeat ourselves, man. Hey, with the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua was constantly repeating himself, man. So it only makes sense that, obviously, through spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we be repeating ourselves, constantly doing these lessons, right? To constantly, put you in remembrance. Hey, this it is what it is. Right? Continue to move on. You slip, you fall, get back up, move on to the next one, man. This is why you have to stay in the spirit, man. You have to stay in the spirit. And we understand, right? Hey, the spirit, it isn't given to everybody, man. It's sort of like a gift, man. The spirit of being able to endure, the spirit of being able to, to see what's going on, right? It isn't given to everybody, man. It's like it's like faith, man. It's a gift that is given from Yahweh Shem Shai to those he deems, worthy enough to have it, man. Right? And to be able to utilize the spirit and stay in the spirit, man. Because the spirit's sort of like a muscle, man. Just to give you an analogy, spirit's sort of like a muscle, man. If you don't use it, what's going to happen? That muscle's going to dwindle, and you're not going to be able to use that muscle no more, man. Or when you try to use that muscle, it's damn near impossible for you to use that muscle and whatever you're trying to use it for, right? So you have to stay in the spirit, keep flexing that spirit, stay in the spirit as much as you can, right? Even when you're at work, hey, you meditate on certain things, man. Be in your own zone, think about something, on your lunch break, read a chapter, meditate on that chapter for, whatever you're able to do, right? Because some brothers might be able to, read, 5-10 chapters, and really digest it all, right? Other brothers read 1 or 2 chapters and meditate on it and digest it, right? Some brothers are just so busy that they listen to the audio book, man. And that's a good way for them to learn. Some brothers, they have to actually read it. Everybody's different, right? We're all, we all make up one body, man. And every body part is different from the other body part, right? So however it may be for you, right? Then you do what you got to do, man. To stay in the spirit, man. Because this is a time where, especially now, man. Especially now with everything turning up, right? Hey, we got to stay in the spirit more, man. What does it say? What is that? I think it's 1 Peter's 2:17. I might be wrong. It's roaring lion. Hold on. 1 Peter 5:8, right? It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Right, man. And Satan, he'll and your flesh and Satan are basically on one accord, man. So what your flesh wants to do, Satan is trying to get you to do just that, man. So you got to stay in the spirit at all times, man, and be able to realize these things, man. It's not easy, right? Sometimes you are going to fail, man. Sometimes you are going to slip and fall, but it's what you do after you slip and fall is what counts, is what matters, man. Or you just going to sit on your ass and, poor me, or are you going to get back up, man? Scriptures say, let not thy sins weigh thee down, man. You know, so yeah, you gotta get back. Yeah, pray to Yahweh Shem Shah for forgiveness, for that mercy. Get the fuck back up, man, and keep it fucking moving, man. You know, that's all you can do at this point, man. You know, you pray for the mercy. You're hoping you pray for the mercy because the Most High said what? He'll have mercy upon whom he'll have mercy. You know, so it's up to the Lord, man. It's up to the Lord on whether he's gonna, you know, keep that spirit on you or not, man. Because again, it comes from Yahweh Shemel Shah. Let's prove that real quick, man. Right? Let's go into what is that? John 14, and I think it's 26. Right? It says, but the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. Right? So it comes from Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. It says, he shall teach you in all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. That's right, man. You know. This is why we have to stay in the spirit, man. You know, at all times, man. Otherwise, again, you are going to give into your flesh, man. You're going to give into that carnality. And we understand in Romans the 8th chapter, you know, that carnal mind is unto death, man. You know, you don't want to be put to death. This is why you have to walk in the spirit, man. I want to go back to Galatians, that 5th chapter. I think it's verse 20, 21 or something like that. What is it? Right here, verse 25. And we'll end on this right here. It says, if we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit, man. You know, that's right, man. You know, as scriptures say that he that, you know, a matter of fact, I think it's in right here, Galatians 6 and 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, right? Meaning you're going to be put to death, man. Because all the things, which goes back into, Galatians the 5th chapter, right? We'll start at verse 19. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envying, murder, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High, man. Right? You're not going to see the kingdom, man. You're going to see that destruction. You're going to get your ass blown the fuck up by these ICBM nuclear missiles, and if not before then, you're going to Esau going to mow you down with his sword because you're giving into these things which the Lord hates, man. Witchcraft. Scriptures tell you that thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. That's in the law, man. You know? And this is what most of our people are in, right? Most of our people are walking in the flesh, man. Are walking, in that carnal manner, man. That's why 2/3 of our people have to be put to death. And this is more of a reason why we, those that are of the faith, those that are of the sheepfold, need to stay in the spirit as much as possible, man. Because we don't want to have the same outcome as these people, man. Right? Our people that are heathenistic, man. In that heathen mentality, in that heathen-like state, man. We don't want to have that same outcome as them, man. So we need to stay in the spirit at all times, man. To the best of our ability, man. We're not going to be able to do it 24/7, right? But as much as possible, we need to stay in the spirit, man. You know, going back to Galatians 6 and 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting, man. Right, and again, going back to Galatians, the 5th chapter, so verse 22, it says, but the fruit of the spirit is love, which we already know what love is, man. Love is keeping the commandments, man. Right? Keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shah to the best of your ability, man. You know? And what will come of it, man? Joy, peace, right? Long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, right? Which is the key ingredient to being delivered, man. Faith, right? Most of our people, if not the rest of the world, those that are not of the hopeful elect, right? Those that are not part of the elect are not going to have faith, man. You know, we that are part of the hopeful elect, we have faith. We're showing our faith, man, in order to, Lord will, be part of the elect, man. You know? It says meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with their affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit, man. And that was really it. I just wanted to get that main point, man. So, hey, constantly, to the best of your ability, stay in the flesh, man. Or slack your slip of the tongue, stay in the Spirit, man. With this flesh, man. This flesh, see, I'll tell you, man. Clear example, man. Hey, so stay in the Spirit as best you can. Lord will. This was edifying. Lord will, straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Bashem, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim her pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Lord, will fall upon your houses. Till next time, I want to say shalom.